Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Hello, everyone.
What up, everybody? Sorry I'm late. And guys, they just started public comment. They've been going for a while. They just started the public comment. He is the very first speaker. I'm going to go run in the other room, and I'll be right back, okay?
He's in court today, and he.
Thank you.
Sorry for being late, guys. I had to take
and I'm
Stinks
sorry,
to
sir, what was your name again?
the emergency hospital yesterday. Didn't have a good day yesterday.
Okay.
And I had to take my mom to the hospital this morning, so not a good 24 hours for me. Bear with me. Let me go get my stuff. Let me get some water, and I'll be back in about 1 minute, okay?
Hi.
Good morning to the council this morning. My name is Susan Minato. I am the co-president of Unite Here Local 11, representing more than 30,000 hospitality workers. We have hundreds of our members on strike today at Flying Food Group, many of whom are in the chamber with me. They are on their 5th day of striking. We are asking the city to enforce the law that they have passed. Flying Foods is in violation of the Los Angeles Living Wage Ordinance and on a number of occasions this past year. It is not just that they broke the law, but they are pushing workers who make $18.04 per hour to live on the edge. There are workers here that are homeless. Resolving this economic justice issue is a contribution to addressing the homelessness issue, which I know is a major problem in our city. As a condition of the license at the airport, Flying Food is supposed to follow the law. They are not doing that. So they do not deserve the privilege of serving the customers at LAX. And we implore you to enforce the city's laws, and there should be no place for lawbreakers at our airports. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much.
Hi. If you'd remind us of the name you signed up under and what you want to speak on.
Sí, mi nombre es Sofía Mendoza, soy miembro de ACE.
My name is Sofía Mendoza and I'm
Y
a member
necesito
of
traducción.
ACE. Hello. Por favor, si puede dar una pausa después de cada frase. Right. Sofía Mendoza, member of ACE. Gracias.
Vivo en el Distrito 9
And I live in District 9.
y quiero hablar de Tahoe.
I would like to speak about Tahoe.
Sí, quiero comentarles que el Departamento de Vivienda no está haciendo su trabajo.
I'd like to
Por,
comment that this housing department is not doing their work.
porque yo he hecho, ¿cómo le diré? Le he hecho reportes y ellos no hacen su trabajo, ¿sí?
I've been filing reports with them and they have not been doing their work.
Y quisiera pedirles especialmente al concejal Price y a sus colegas que nos ayuden para que el Departamento de Vivienda haga su trabajo como debe de ser.
And I'd like to ask Councilmember Price and his colleagues to please help us to make the Department of Housing do their job that they're supposed to be doing.
Sí, y también soy una inquilina que estoy siendo fuertemente acosada por el dueño.
Also, I'm a tenant and I'm being harassed strongly by the owner.
Igual quiero que por favor digan que
Gracias.
nosotros tengamos derecho a un abogado y el dueño
So
pague por eso.
I would also like to have the right to legal representation, an attorney, and the owner be responsible for that payment. Gracias, señor.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Gracias. Okay, I'm going to call out a few more names in addition to those who are already standing up. Sarah Reyes, Ray Patel, and Rohit Singh, please. Good morning.
Good morning, Council. My name is Vijay Sutar, and I'm a California hotelier from Los Angeles and a part of the Asian American Hotels Owners Association, and I'm here to speak on the proposed ordinance to increase minimum wage to $25, and this will immensely impact all hotel owners in LA. To give you, I would like you to ask all the council members to pull out this blue sheet that is passed out on your podium. This gives a total percentage breakdown for taxes and fees that we incur. For example, if the average daily rate at a property is $100, here is a percent breakdown for the fees. 14% goes to Los Angeles City Transient Occupancy Tax, 13% goes to California State Tax, 30% goes to federal income tax, 18 to 25% goes to all online travel agencies, and 15% if it's a branded franchised hotel. This leaves us about 3% to 3% to pay for the operational expenses. So
Thank
as
you.
you can see, fees and revenues are increasing.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please. Good morning.
Good morning, council members.
Hi, if you'd
I have
remind
a
us.
general comment.
Okay.
My name is Victor Escobar. I'm with the Trans Latina Coalition. I was at a breakpoint March 6th. I got out of prison in 25 years. They kicked me out without a California ID, without a social security. Thanks to Trans Latina Coalition, I got all my paperwork and I got my housing, and I'm a volunteer. Also, I believe that we need funding for our homeless people, need second chances, especially being trans.
Sorry, guys.
After 25 years of prison, I got all my Medi-Cal cards, my identification because of Trans Latina Coalition. I'm happy
That's what they
to
want.
be doing something meaningful.
Shit, I'll start
like
changing
volunteering
sheets.
at Trans Latina Coalition. Trans Latina Coalition gave me my trans brothers and sisters a lot of hope and faith to keep on doing right things out here in society.
Thank you very much. And can you tell us your name again, please?
Did I miss any action?
Tell us your name again, please.
Oh, Victor Escobar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Looking fresh? Thank you, Christina. Feel so tired. I don't feel fresh.
Remind us of the name you
I
signed
didn't miss
up
it.
under
Thank you,
and what
Angie.
you want to speak on.
Hello, Council. My name is Vijay here. I represent the hotel industry here in California. I have some properties
Hi,
here
Marsh.
as well. And we're here from a convention that's here just down the street at the convention center, one of the largest conventions in the hotel industry. And we're here to say that the new minimum wage law they're trying to pass for hotel workers be $30 an hour.
What's up, Mr. Allin?
Absurd. It's really hard, very difficult for us to manage. We're just getting over a pandemic. We're still paying back our old bills.
Look like a
And we're still
lobster.
trying to
Oh,
get
it's on the
some,
other screen. Sorry.
stuff, and we're dealing with high crime.
I
And
apologize.
what
It was on the
we should do is
wrong
actually
one.
Promoting tourism. When we increase these type of rates, these hourly wages, we have to eventually pass that expense on to the customer coming into the property.
Let's do this,
And that's going to affect overall tourism, and that will not help our industry. That's all.
Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
Make myself smaller. There we go.
Hi, if you remind us of the name you signed up under and what you want to speak on.
Not White Runs. We've
sorry?
got
Would
the
you
Kush
remind us of the
today.
name you signed up under and which items you want to speak on?
you
for
got white
general
runs?
public comment?
Yes, general public comment. My name is Taylor Reed.
I just got the runners.
I'm actually here with the Trans Latina Coalition.
What's up, D-Nice?
So I just wanted
What's up,
to
Podmaster?
talk about funding because the TGI community is wildly underfunded. I came into the Trans Latina Coalition seeking services. I now work there as a case manager for reentry services, and I just want to say, like, the services they provide have been
Yeah,
crucial
Pilgor.
for
I was there till
myself
midnight
and
with him.
Other people that I help, in the community. We're trying to keep people from going back into incarceration. My
That's
program
crazy.
specifically,
A loofah?
and dealing with all the different needs for those people, including housing, job placement, job training.
Get it, Ryan.
And I specifically work with people impacted by the war on drugs. And I'm just, we're trying to open a new building to help more people in the TGI community. And it is crucial that we, get funding. So I'm here to bring attention to that.
Thank you very much.
I love the bell the
Thank you.
most. They got like a fucking junior high gym bell. Told everybody to stand up.
You
Get
can
up.
remind us of
I'm
the-
telling you to get up. Get up.
The Northeast Los Angeles Hotel Owners Association here speaking
Really?
at the general session.
Tells me to get
in
up, I
regards
gotta
to
get
the
up.
motion of the $25 minimum wage increase. I just want to quickly introduce hotel
up,
owners
Tons?
from the city of Los Angeles. These are limited service hotel property owners. There's many more, but in respect of the general session, we've asked them
Thanks,
not to
Trish.
attend today. In regards to Councilmember Price's motion that came forth on Monday, we need to educate you about our industry, our segment of industry. Some members have already spoken, few will speak.
No,
a total
Rip,
of 6 today.
you missed nothing.
But moving forward, I look forward to contacting each of your offices to speak to you personally, to explain to you a segment of the industry that would be dramatically impacted by this. And as you can
Some
see,
people.
we
Hi,
celebrate
BJ.
people of color in Los Angeles every day.
Hi, Phil.
Over 50% of your hotel owners in the city of Los Angeles are people of color. We don't see it like that. We've come to this country starting in the 70s as immigrants. My parents came here in the 70s, as many of these folks have, and it continues to come. If I could have a half a minute to continue.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
thank
sir,
you.
but
I'm
Anyways,
sorry, we're done with
lastly,
you.
we do have a convention down the street. It's the Asian American Hotel Owners Association.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
thank you, thank you,
Hotel
thank you.
owners.
Get out of
Thank
here.
you very
Thank
much.
you.
Time is
Thank you.
expired. Please be silent in the council chambers. Whoever's making noise, be silent.
Here we go.
You won't shout out during this meeting or you'll be excluded.
Shout out, please.
Period.
Get it. Shout out. Get
Next
him mad.
speaker, please.
Get him mad. I want him red as a lobster. What's up, Shells?
Hi, if you remind us of the name you signed up under and what you want to speak on.
Hello, my name is Sarah.
Yeah, I started
Reyes,
late today. I had to take
and,
my mom to the
I'm
hospital
part
today.
of the Latina Coalition. I would love to make a general public comment
Sure.
as well. And well, first of all, I have no words how to express how thankful I am for them, because I am a transgender girl. I came here because it is not easy being a transgender girl back in Colombia, especially when I started my transition. It was really, really hard there. I was raped there, and I wanted to start a new process. So that's what I was seeking for them, and they have helped me a lot.
Yeah,
I
my mom
would
had to
love
have a
regress
surgery
my
done
needs,
or a
that is
procedure
really
done on her
helpful and
hip.
Crucial as part of the process. So I just wanted to mention that I've been here volunteering, and just to mention as well, I am a lawyer back there, but I want to start my new path here as well, and that's what I'm doing with them. I'm so thankful for them, and thank you for the honor of being here as well.
Thank you. And can you tell me your name again, please?
Sarah Reyes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's doing all right now. They did the procedure, gave her cortisone and all that.
Okay. In addition to the names that I've already mentioned, I'd like to call Rohit Singh, Donald Harlan.
Yes.
And
Mr. Sachs.
Orma Mendez.
Where's Mr. Sachs?
Good morning.
We got
Good
Donald
morning,
Harlan.
council members. My name is Rohit Singh. I'm from Hotel Heritage on behalf of this group over here. We are a family-owned business
you,
for
guys.
the last 25 years, and I wanted to comment upon safety and well-being of our employees and our guests is of paramount importance to us. Without safety,
There's Mr. Sachs right there. I
without
can
a
see
safe
him.
environment, there are no hotels.
Front
I'm here
row.
to tell you today that our employees
In
are
the Canadian
well-paid,
tuxedo.
have terrific benefits, and have enjoyed their careers in rewarding and fulfilling opportunities with us. I wanted to comment on the notion that hotels are connected to the Los Angeles housing and homeless issues.
Just stay
As
around,
many
slaves of the
council members have
mind.
alluded in the
You'll
past.
see at any moment. Give it
As a
5
longtime
minutes,
community
please.
participant,
Just
we
5.
appreciate how
And then you'll see
difficult
why.
the needs of
Just 5.
unsheltered
Give me 5 more.
individuals and high cost of living here are. But as a long-time business
What's up,
person,
Francine?
we also know that we do not have the governing power. We don't set the regulation, we don't set the policies, and we don't have the connection with state and federal housing authorities. You do. This is your job, although we, like many Angelinos, do what we can to protect our
Thank you,
communities
Heidi.
and address these needs. It's not your
Hi,
job.
Pete.
It's not our job, it's yours. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Where's Mr. Harlan? That way slaves can see why we watch
And
this
as our
shit.
next speaker is coming
Why
forward,
we watch this
I'd like to
liberal
also call
these
Kelly
liberal
Cliff
pukes talking all day.
And Maria Briones, please.
You'll see. Give it a sec.
Hi.
Get a
if
little
you pull the
spice on
microphone
here.
down so we can hear you better. Thanks. So if you tell us the name you signed up under and what you signed up for.
Okay, my name is Irma Mendez.
Hi, Irma.
I am here with AIDS District 8. I am here to speak about the court addenda.
Okay.
And I would like you all to know, if we would go to court with the landlord and we win the case, we would like the landlord to pay the court. Because where I'm living, they have the bush growing up hired, and I don't know. Everybody pass around the house, and they ask me if the house is for sale. And it's not so. So, you know, the kind of situation I am into, I don't think it is right. So I am here to ask you all, we need your help. Because it's not only me going through this situation. There's a lot of us is going through the same situation. So I'm asking you for your great help.
When you asked him, was there blood everywhere?
Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Shit, yeah. Come on, where's Mr. Harlan? Get Mr. Harlan in this joint. Oh, there's Mr. Harlan right there, putting his backpack down, getting ready.
Hi, Mr.
Slaves, here
Harlan.
we go,
What
slaves.
items had you signed up for?
Hi, I'd like to speak. I'm Donald Harlan. I'd like to speak on agenda items 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21.
So some of the items aren't open for public.
All of
comment.
them.
You can do them in general. So the ones that you listed that you can do now were everything from item 10 on.
Because some of them are still scared,
start
Tam.
with those, and you'll have 3 minutes for that, and then you'll get a minute for general. You can talk about all the other stuff. Okay?
Thank you.
And I said 10 on. I should be clear that this is in the regular meeting, so it's really 10 through 23. Okay? We'll have a special
Okay.
meeting for the others later.
Agenda item number 10, amnesty for unpermitted real estate development. This is an attempt not just to allow people to build apartments in their garage. There's an attempt to approve or endorse your illegal real estate developments, and that needs to be not be done. Number 11 and 12, the historical monuments. You have a lot of fake historical monuments submitted to the city council. Even they have modified addresses, all kinds of weird stuff going on there in 11 and 12. I doubt those are even historical buildings. I think you guys just made that up. Anybody just adds some fancy molding to the outside of their building, and then all of a sudden you kids believe it's a historical building. It's ridiculous. Okay, agenda item number 13, abandoned building public nuisances. Yeah, you guys are creating a lot of public nuisances with all those abandoned buildings you guys have been illegally developed. Just look at all that abandoned commercial real estate you guys have illegally claimed. Yeah, that's a big problem. You guys don't need more authorizations to build more stuff, so definitely no on number 13. Number 14, 175 North Bronson Avenue. That's a nuisance property.
It is. I agree.
Somebody in there sold the property that it didn't belong to. I don't think anybody's gotten any money out of that. Yeah, you guys shouldn't be endorsing illegal real estate developments. You guys realize any illegal real estate development you guys endorse comes off your tax base.
Thanks, Mike.
You guys can never claim that as the city property, especially if it's my property. Agenda item number 15, 3431
You missed
West
nothing,
8th
Donna.
Street. Those properties on agenda item number 15. There's been greater than $50 million laundered through that real estate there on 8th Street. It says Charles Park, Steve Kim. They modified the addresses around there. I seen them out there changing the street signs. That's labeled as sold for $9, a nuisance property. Agenda item number 15. All that real estate there being developed being illegally developed. Those people need to go to jail. Agenda item number 16, 15 North Vine Street. I'm not 100% for sure on that, but it looks like there's $70 million
Not sure.
laundered through that property without the owner.
I'm not sure.
Do they have the owner for that property? Probably not. It looks like there's a lot of real estate fraud there. It's since 1988. Number 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You guys shouldn't be designating Hollywood stars on the Walk of Fame. You guys have no business doing that.
You can go into general, Mr. Harlan.
Agenda item number 2. I reject your plans to develop local water supplies in an attempt to validate your illegal real estate developments. Since you developed all those properties without infrastructure, water resources, electrical resources, you just said, hey, let's just build shit. And you guys didn't do any of that. So you're trying to develop water resources to validate your illegal real estate developments. That's number 2, no. Gender equity in Metro, what the hell does that mean? Department of Transportation, you know, maybe I don't have a say in that, but just no. LA World Airport. CEQA does not own the LA World Airport. City of Los Angeles does not own the LA Airport. Why are you guys making contracts for the LA Airport at all? That's no. That's number 7. No. Number 8, nuisance property. They've laundered $6 million through number 8. It says 2014 they changed the assessor report. 2018 the assessor report.
Thank
you, Mr. Harlan.
Agenda item number 9.
Thank you, Mr. Harlan. Mr. Harlan, your time has expired. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Harlan. Your time has expired.
So, Mr. Harlan, we've got a lot of other
Thank you,
speakers
Mr.
here
Harlan.
today.
I need to move on to the next speakers. In addition to the names that I previously mentioned, I'd like to call Matt Inouye, Gary Duplessis, and Candido, please.
Boy, he was docile today. He must have taken his meds. He wasn't screaming that every property is his. You built that on my property. So that's a no.
Hello. So if you would be kind enough to remind us of what name you signed up under and what you want to speak on.
Dude, he was violent. He was violent on Wednesday.
On 1 second. Can we
like that dude was, they had to, literally, LAPD had to pull him out of the chambers.
All right, let's try now.
It's this dude here.
Okay. Give it a try, speaker. Let's see if it's working.
He popped a Zanny
Good
today.
morning.
Okay. So your name and what you want to speak
Good
on.
morning. My name is Maria Briones. I'm on District 8, and I'm a member of ACE. The reason why I'm here is for Tahoe and code enforcement. We would like you to vote or help us, actually, with the needs that we have right now. As the protection for the tenants had been lifted after the COVID.
I don't know, Dominic.
We are facing
14?
evictions. I am one of them. I'm on the 4th lawsuit. 4 times I had been harassed by being almost forced to be out. We need lawyers to help us with these issues when the tenants are harassing us and abusing us. I had called the city housing authorities to help me with the issues. They haven't done absolutely nothing. They have to be liable for that too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
it.
you very
Hold
much.
them liable, baby.
Next speaker, please.
Need more lawyers so lawyers can make that cash.
Hello, speaker. If you would remind
Who's
us of
paying
your
for the
name
lawyers?
and what you want to speak on.
Good morning. My name is Miss Kelly Cliff, and I'm a Christian minister. And I would like to remind City Council, my father, Walter Cliff, was murdered. He was a city employee of Los Angeles for over 30 years. And number 2, I have ongoing theft in my apartment. I called the police, and I'm having problems with the police. I'm having problems with 911. I made a call recently regarding a tenant in the building. The woman is very abusive. I've been ignoring her for the simple reason she has a mental problem, but nevertheless, the harassment has become too much. And I started making calls the 12th, and the bottom line, the last call, because of crimes committed against me, I'm a severe victim of rape in the sleep, crimes committed against me, theft of my estate. They want, more than likely, the decision was to have a female police officer. The female police officer called me and told me to come out of my building, and it was the wrong address. She was at the wrong address. And it was like 1:46 a.m. I've been harassed by 911 and Los Angeles Police Department, and Los Angeles Police females have been nasty.
911's harassing her too?
Emotional damage.
Oh, 911's calling her. Hey, are you asleep?
Good morning.
Wake up if you are.
Hi, if you
My name is.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Gary Duplessis, and I'm here on behalf of Flying Food. Unite here.
Mine slaves, are you here?
Regarding
Slaves.
Alleged labor violation with Flying Food Group, who I'm employed by. Me and my coworkers, we're on our 5th day of strike, and we are striking due to alleged unfair labor practices.
What's up, Scoop?
The Flying Food Group has committed in response to our demands for fair wages. And recently we learned the city found Flying Food Group violated living wage ordinance at least 3 times. Many of my coworkers only earn $18.04 an hour. We don't have a pension, and I'm 62, and I'm concerned that I won't be able to retire with dignity and respect. We are striking because we are fed up. City Council must stand with workers and revoke FSG's license. Flying Food Group does not deserve to operate at our airports. Our law must be enforced. Thank you.
Thanks.
No more flying
you.
food, baby,
Next
at the
speaker,
airport. Get out of here, flying food. You're paying them crumbs. No pun intended, of course.
Calling on me to speak. Point of information, item 27. Are we going to be able to speak on that?
Yes, in the special meeting. You can talk about it now in general if you want, but
No, I want to do that during the...
Okay.
All right, thank you. First of all, good morning. Item 22 is something that we
Sure,
all
Dominic.
need to be concerned. You know, in this city, it's a very dangerous just to get out and walk around. There was just a young man who lost his leg the other day because somebody had to go, 0 to 60 in a half a block. Item 22 is about a stop bill, which means that you bicyclists and on either electric or regular bikes can pull up and they can see a stop sign and just say, well, it's a yield sign, and go through it. The problem with that is those who are in the car, how do they see it? They see it as a stop sign. So they feel they have the right of way after they've stopped, that the bicyclists should be stopping. So it's something we really have to take a strong look at. So many people have died in this city because there's just so much recklessness. I hope that this
All right, you
council
wanna
really
spam?
takes a look at that and make sure that
Put you in the corner.
if we're going to support
Oh,
it,
now
we
you're
do
just
it, make
going
sure
out.
there's a lot
Now
of
you're just
safety
spamming.
issues that
You're
are
done.
presented.
Bye.
Public comment.
Sure.
You know, the other day I talked about Mr. Ridley Thomas. I was here on his very first day. I was here when Mr. Alex Padilla first served and when he left. And yet, we almost had a third of our council members who have disgraced us. And as I see the new members, I'm impressed with many of you.
Oh, I'm
but
impressed
I don't
too.
want to see the same thing happen to you that
My
happened
impressed
to
face.
others. Mr. Thomas was unbelievable. He was amazing. He was a brilliant man, yet he's been brought to
Reggie.
his knees. Please don't allow the bucket of corruption to take you in. And I have 25 seconds. I want to address the hotel owners. The group behind them were being disrespectful when they were talking. All you have to do is listen to them. Just hear what they say. You might be the workers who are having the argument about the wages, but please be respectful of each other, and then maybe you guys can resolve this issue, because these people came in the 70s and have the American dream. You're entitled to the American dream.
Thank you, Candido.
Just listen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I'd like also to call on, in addition to Matt Inouye, who I mentioned earlier, if he's available. Matt Inouye, if you could come on up.
That's true,
And
dude.
Daniel Gus.
Well, a lot of them are
and
delusional and
Angelica
they
Quirono.
wait for that handout. He was talking about that American dream. They don't want to work for it.
Which items did you
They
want
want
to
it
speak
handed to them.
General public comment.
Please begin.
Why? Because some of them were just walked into this country just a few days ago. We found that out the other day. Someone here 1 month ago.
The Trans Latina Coalition. It's a pleasure to be here in your presence today. Every day I get to work with amazing transgender, gender nonconforming, and intersex community members. They actually all come from every council district. Today I'm really here to express my concern for the trans TGI community. The TGI community is under state of emergency.
Dodger hat.
We face
Damon.
the TGI community faces discrimination, high levels of violence, and unemployment. So I'm really here asking the city council to help fund us in every way possible. We're having our new center in CD13, and we're really looking forward to working with your offices to see how you all can support us. Our community is often left out, and we hope to have your support. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not
Thank
showing you
you.
as they walk into the
Then,
country.
in
They're not
addition to the
showing you
names that I've mentioned, I'd like
what
to call,
happens when they're here.
Dr. John K.
Now, again, some of these people have like sponsors. They have family members or someone that's willing to take them in. A lot of them don't. They just get here, and when they get here, they're now homeless here, you know, and they got to rely on a church or something else, some sort of, place to take them in, you know.
Please.
So shelters of some sort.
Did you want to speak on? Which items?
Thank you for being here. I'll be very brief.
Thank you for the
live
chin
in
diaper.
Chinatown, and I used to work here many, many years ago. Probably got a half a dozen people elected. I'm here to announce, I live in Chinatown, that Judy Chu will be honored in Profiles in Courage in May, this May, at the Universal City. Last time I was at the Universal City, we presented the recognition to Senator from Maryland, Barbara Mikowski. She served many dedicated. And I was there. So I'm here to really say we're proud. I'm from Chinatown. We're proud of Judy Chu to be given the
Thanks,
Profiles
Cortland.
and Courage, and many, many people will follow. I was too young to vote for Jack Kennedy, but I remember his profile and courage. So if the city could find time to say, recognize Judy, Congresswoman Judy, her profiles and courage. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sure of it, Derek. But some of them are still on the streets. Go look in El Paso. El Paso. There's plenty on the streets, lining the streets up. So yeah, they're not telling you that. You know, they've been abandoned here, essentially. There's some
Hello.
crumbs, now live.
Please remind us of the name you signed up under and what you want to speak on.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Angelica Quirino. I live in East Los Angeles, and I'm a member of ICE. In my case, I know that my place is under rent control because it is covered by the law AB 1482. However, my landlord pretends to increase the rent to more than 100%.
That's law. That's
Not 3,
bullshit.
not 5,
Can't do that.
100%. She states that the law is on her side and that it doesn't matter what we do, she has absolutely the right to increase the rent. I'm not refusing to pay the rent, but that increase is way too impossible to pay. Also, the landlord doesn't want to do any reparations because if she do, she says, you, the tenant, have to pay me for the reparation.
How you feeling?
She also doesn't want us to talk with any health inspectors. Why? Well, the apartments are in need to be repaired, but the landlord refused to do any reparations.
Thank you. I'm afraid your time has expired.
I ask you to please
Thank
do
you. Your
something
time has expired.
The landlord can raise it
Thank you very much.
and has the right to, but not
Next speaker,
100%.
please.
Nobody does that. That's bullshit. That's your $5,000
Right,
catalytic
please tell us
converter.
the name you signed up under and what you want to speak on.
Hi, good morning. Andrew Rudick for item number 17, item number 19, and general public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for those two items, followed by a minute for general public comment. Please
Thank
begin.
you. On item number 19, unlike this valid request of the City Council for a star installation for Ludacris, the star installation for Donald Trump in 2007 was illegally installed and the ceremony was held on January 16th, 2007, prior to the city's adoption of the plaque on
boy.
February 9th, 2007. Also of note, Ludacris didn't attempt a coup against the United States. On item number 17,
my
5 years ago,
God.
Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher's co-star of the iconic Star Wars films, led the call for Carrie Fisher to replace Donald Trump on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Media outlets were quick to cover the story then, highlighting Carrie Fisher's public and private disdain for Donald Trump, and then, as now, the common sense proposal was mischaracterized as impossible by those in the media who wrongly deferred to the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce on this hypothetical, an organization which has no legislative authority over the deaccessioning of names on city-owned property and who repeatedly broke city requirements surrounding this monument without consequence. According to Anna Martinez, please be quiet.
Rent
According
free.
to Anna Martinez, the Hollywood Chamber of
Rent
Commerce,
free.
Carrie Fisher expressed no interest on a star on the Walk of Fame, but her countless fans and those who recognize her as the indomitable and legendary force that she is and was, it is undeniable that she deserves this honor. Donald Trump does not. Moving on to general comment. The city
She
of West
passed
Hollywood,
away, Cortland.
Thank you. Unanimously told you he does not in 2018. The thousands who signed my petition, which almost none of you have responded to, including CD13 after exhaustive requests, told you he does not deserve the honor. Councilmember Blumenfield and former Councilmember Bonin have told you he does not deserve the honor. The 6 candidates for California Congressional District 30 who recently called for the star's removal told you he does not. The DC police officer who wished Trump's name was removed from all forms of public honor told you he does not.
Oh, top
the
flight?
tourists who visit Hollywood Boulevard and ask me why Trump still has a star on our sidewalk are telling you he does not deserve the honor. And this council, in its adoption of resolution after resolution after resolution condemning Trump and calling for action from those outside of its jurisdiction, has in effect said the same thing. So I'm asking you today to offer a simple amendment, which costs the city nothing, to simply change the proposed location of Carrie Fisher's name to Donald Trump's, found in Council File 06-3258. The Walk of Fame is tied to this body's approval of the names and locations. That's a quote. And there is no dispute, or at least I haven't heard any. You can certainly ask the city attorney. This body has the power to do so. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What a fucking
Pussy.
rent free, motherfucker, rent free.
All right, we're going to go next to callers who are.
Could you imagine
on the
your
phone.
life being that,
So,
wasting your time going across the
yeah,
city, doing all that parking,
I-
paying for
It's not going to
parking,
be a conversation.
to
We
talk
have-
for
we
1
can't
minute about
take
the same thing
everybody
every
who's-
time
who
about a
wishes
dude
to
who's not
comment,
even been
so there
around
isn't
for
time
fucking
to
4
do it.
years already
So we're
almost.
Go
Could you
next to
imagine?
people who are. We will
Could you
take
imagine?
public comment
What a
again
life.
during the special meeting, but we're going to move forward to the callers on the phone right now.
He definitely
Go ahead
is.
And take the first caller,
Emotional
please.
damage.
Please sit down and be silent.
That's for you, bro. That is for you, bro.
Okay. So,
Emotional
Stacey,
damage.
please be quiet.
Getting loud in there because they told them you don't get to talk no more in here.
Sit down and be silent. You're disrupting the meeting. It's your only warning.
All these people came to talk. Now they don't get to talk.
Okay, you're ordered removed from the meeting. You're ordered removed from the meeting pursuant to Rule 12 for
What a
disrupting
pussy.
the meeting and delaying public comment because you think that your public comment is more important than those who are waiting on the queue to speak right now. You are ordered removed from the meeting. Please leave.
Kokorian's such a...
You are disrupting and delaying the meeting. Please leave and leave silently.
Fucking Galitas Galuchian over here.
So sorry to the public who's waiting to talk. We have a disruption because she apparently thinks she should
shit,
get
yeah.
to talk first.
Smoke.
Okay. All right. and
All right, let's go ahead and take the first caller, please.
First caller, what items would you like to speak on?
Here we go. There's the calls.
Good afternoon. I would like to speak on 22, 23, and general public comment.
Okay, so you have a minute for item 23, and followed by a minute for general public comment. Please begin. And before you do, could I please ask the people in the room to be quiet so that we can hear the people on the phone? So please begin, speaker on the phone.
Okay, so sorry. So 22 isn't available.
Yes, that's fine.
Is that Eric
You
Previn?
still have a minute. Please go ahead.
Okay. Number 22. I can't, in good conscience, support this while watching multiple chases with Damon and Stinks on smoking stands.
Yes!
I have seen how LA drivers struggle with the simplest LA traffic laws. Do you really think they're going to be able to work out the nuances of yield on a stop if there isn't any traffic? Also, if you look at all of what goes into making the batteries for these electric bikes with the child labor and the slave labor and what the mining does to the earth, I don't think in good conscience any of you can call yourself global activists or human rights activists while you support the countries or the companies running those mines. 23. I was very encouraged to tune in early and listen to the council talk about the STAR program and hear how excited and supportive of the program you all are. My father told me before he left this shitty world, you can't feed people shit at a barbecue if you're not willing to take the first bite. I would like to express my admiration for the council for taking the first shitty bite by replacing the police in chambers with public health advocates, because we know that Mr. Herman and the others that disrupt the meetings are suffering from mental health issues and are in a real danger. To general public comment, I want
Wait,
to send
I'm
my
sorry.
love
Before
and
you begin
prayers
your
to
sir,
Mama Smoking
sir,
Stand.
hold his time, please. Before you begin your general public comment, Mr. Herman is ordered removed from this council chambers pursuant to Rule 12
when he says
for
it.
disrupting public comment
Right
after
when he
multiple
says
warnings. Mr. Herman, Have a nice day. You're ordered excluded. Leave the council chambers and leave silently. Sergeants, help him to the door. Help him to the door right now.
So
You're out. Get going.
So
Hit the road, Jack.
So sorry, speaker on the phone.
So I apologize to the speaker who wishes to be heard on the phone while Mr. Herman is being removed.
Oh, my God.
We're all going to have to wait.
Oh my God, this is the fucking fantastic.
So Mr. Herman is making, in case that you can't hear it remotely, he's making enough noise that we can't possibly hear the people on the phone.
I've always wanted a ham radio set.
Shout out to Herman.
And now that I've
shouting
got one, I'm
all
going
the
to
way
listen
out.
in on distress signals.
So sorry about that. And he's still shouting.
He's singing.
And before we get to the person on the phone, so Mr. Grabner, you were also making noise when we were trying to listen to
Mr.
part of the past
Grabner.
speaker. So you're being warned too. We don't want to kick you out. Please don't disrupt the meeting again.
Straight
so
gold
for the
right
speaker
now.
on the phone, you were about to go into general public comment. You have a minute for that, and the floor is yours. Please begin, sir.
Let's go.
Thank you. And knowing Mr. Herman's mom and how loud she was, it's not surprising me how loud he is. I want to send my love and my prayers to Mama Smoke and Scan. We all hope you get better soon. You raised a great man, and you should be proud.
Thanks, bro.
Mental health is not a joke, and I'm sick of this city treating it like it is, that it hits all kinds and every walks of life here. Earlier this week, the judge told Mickey that he couldn't divorce Minnie because she was crazy. Mickey had to tell the judge, I didn't say she was crazy. I said she was fucking goofy.
She was goofy.
Next caller, please.
Little Disney joke. I love it.
Next caller. What items would you
My
like to speak on?
hero. Watch him as he goes.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Which items would you like to speak on?
Okay, item number 14, and I'm not sure the numbers about the Hollywood Walk of Fame stars,
Okay.
and then also public comment.
Okay, so that'll be 3 minutes for those, because there's several Walk of Fame items, followed by a minute
great
general.
joke, right?
So please begin. The floor is yours.
Okay, I'd like to support that appeal for number 14, and I would like to reiterate the judge's
Didn't cost
words
me
in the
nothing,
ruling
Roy.
against Millennium you heard at the hearings from the public. They told you everything that was wrong with these projects, but you ignored it all. You ignore these appeals constantly. You never even read them, and you just push them through and ignore them. It's absolutely, totally corrupt and insane. Regarding the Walk of Fame stars, I have no problem with the stars that are being honored now, but regarding the Trump issue, please understand that the Hollywood Chambers developed a funded PAC and all his buddies are there. And the best thing you can do is make sure not to vote for any of the candidates that they endorse. And by the way, Millennium is one of those, since they were the diamond level donor. They are never going to get rid of Trump, the corrupt New York City developer star on the Walk of Fame. They're all his friends. As far as General Katie Arslowski, you duped us into voting for you. We totally feel duped and fooled by you regarding 4118. Anyone who heard LAUSD students being harassed July 1st hearing at City Council,
Whoever
staff and
She's right there.
desperate
In
parents
the blue and white.
are inhumane if they will not honor that 4118 to protect our children. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And whoever shouted out just now at the meeting, in this meeting in the council chambers, is ordered excluded pursuant to Council Rule 12.
Go find them.
I couldn't see who it was, but sergeants, whoever that was who was
Whoever
just
that was.
yelling as they were doing whatever they were doing is ordered excluded pursuant to Rule 12.
Thank you.
Okay, next caller, please. And
Well,
this
it
will be our
cost me
final
that, I
caller,
guess,
and then
Roy.
we need to move on.
Next caller. What items would you like to
They do
speak
it out
on?
of their own love for the show and for the family. Notice he mentioned SNS
Speak with the last four digits,
say
2988.
Damon.
Please press *6 to unmute yourself.
Can you hear
me?
Oh, yes, we can. Very good. So which items or general public comment did you want to speak on?
Was there a separate item to talk about autism?
About what?
Yeah,
Sorry?
she was complaining from New York.
Was there a
Lobster.
separate item to talk about autism?
I don't.
On the agenda?
Oh,
That's Mary Ann from Howard
that
Stern
was a
Show.
presentation, but you can talk about it in general. So why don't we set the clock for a minute, and you can talk about that in general public comment. So please begin.
Okay, that's all BS about people caring and being accepting of people with autism. And this city does not care about people with autism because you allow a noise ordinance which allows churches to be as loud as they want, whenever they want. Look at LAMPC, Chapter 11, Article 5, Section 115.02b, which exempts churches from noises per the city attorney's office. So people with autism have to hear that goddamn noise from Divine Savior Catholic Church. You don't care if they have autism. You don't care if it's annoying to the neighbors. You let them get away with it. And those two words need to become out of that law, except churches. There's no way they should be above the law. So don't tell me you care about people with disabilities when obviously you don't, unless you do something to change that law. You don't never talk about anything about noise. You don't care about the neighbors' noise. You don't care if it's a church. You know what? You let them do whatever they want.
Thank you very much. Your time's expired.
What the fuck was she talking about?
Go to sleep, crazy lady. So that will close public comment on
Have a
our
nap.
agenda items and general public comment for the regular meeting. We will reopen comment for the special meeting. So we're ready to proceed with the agenda, Madam Clerk.
Okay, so what they'll do,
what
guys,
is the
basically what's going to happen is they'll do a few comments, then they're going to go to a special meeting, which means they're not going anywhere, and then they're going to allow more people to talk.
One, sir.
Those items are now before us. I see no members wishing to be heard, so let's go ahead and open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the votes.
12 ayes.
All right.
You can talk about whatever you want, Dominic. Tell them how shitty they are. Tell them how why is the city so fucked up.
The
Tell them why you like
next item
smoking
would be item number 6, and that's a substitute resolution, Park Lee, and that requires 2 votes, sir.
Very good. The first vote will be on the motion to substitute. So if there's no one wishing to be heard on that, let's go ahead and open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the votes.
12 ayes.
All right, now on the substantive substituted resolution. Councilmember Park, you don't need to be heard on this, do you? Okay.
None of
if
you
there's
need
no
to be
other members
heard.
wishing to be heard, let's go ahead and open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the votes.
Oh, yeah, I'm packing 4 now.
12 ayes.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Next would be item 22, and that was called special by Councilmember Blumenfield.
Very good. Councilmember Blumenfield.
You guys think
Thank you. Colleagues, I ask for your support for this. It's a resolution to support AB 73. AB 73 is a common sense measure that would make intersections safe for bicyclists, drivers, pedestrians by allowing bicyclists to treat stop signs as yield signs when approaching an intersection. Because bicycles are human-powered, this is the only way to ride a bike without expending enormous amounts of energy coming to a full stop and then getting the speed up at every stop sign. Because this is how adult bicyclists ride a bike, this change in law would eliminate fines and penalties for regular behavior that's happening now. It would reduce the possibility or what happens of pretextual stops that often disproportionately impacts minorities, communities of color. Specifically, the bill would allow individuals 18 years of age and older, only above 18, to yield when approaching a stop sign at an intersection. It would make it a 6-year pilot. CHP needs enough data to evaluate the program. It would limit the stop as a yield to 2-lane roads with stop signs on all corners. It would add that minors who fail to stop at stop signs will get a warning ticket for the first offense. Importantly, under this code, any bicyclist approaching an intersection with a stop sign must slow down and yield the right-of-way to any vehicles and pedestrians that have entered the intersection. Only if it is safe to do so, bicyclists can then proceed through the intersection without making a complete stop. This is an important priority for our bicyclist community, our mobility community. I want to be clear, AB 73 is not a bill to authorize bicyclists to blow through stop signs. That's illegal now and will continue to be illegal under this bill.
What a clown
The goal is to make bicyclist behavior predictable for drivers when they approach an intersection while recognizing the ways that human-powered bicyclists differ from motor vehicles. So with that, I urge an aye vote for this resolution to support AB 73.
So your law is going to
Thank you very much. There any other
dictate
members
riding
wishing to be
habit.
heard?
Got it.
Seeing none, let's go ahead and open the roll.
Yeah, the
Close the roll
bikeless
and
community,
tabulate
the
the
bike
votes.
community, the bike community of color.
12 ayes.
Remember,
Very
it's
good.
disproportionate
Thank
to
you
the
very much.
bike
Are
community
we,
of color.
Prepared now to recess the regular meeting and proceed into the special meeting.
Yes, Mr. President.
Would you like me to call the roll?
Please.
Blumenfield, De Leon, Harris, Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Krikorian, Lee, McCosker, Park, Price,
Damon and
Rahman,
Stinky and
Rodriguez,
Johnny
Soto
and
Martinez,
Timmy and
Yaroslavsky,
Tommy.
12 members present and a quorum, Mr. President. Should I run through the agenda, sir?
You should take your mask off.
Smoke.
Yes, please.
On the special agenda, items 24 through 27 are items for which public hearings have been held, and 28 is an item for which public hearing has not been held. 10 votes are required for consideration, sir.
Donner and Blitzen.
Very good. Those items are now before us. Are there any
What's up, Ben,
members
Matt?
wishing to be heard? Councilmember Soto Martinez.
I just love when people wear them under their
Council
chin.
President, I
Their
previously
chin diapers now,
submitted
quits.
an amendment for
a
item
fashion
24.
symbol.
I would like to withdraw that, but still call it special for comments.
Very good. Thank you very
She
much.
is, Alcar.
So that item will be called special for comment. Councilmember Blumenfield.
Great. On item 24, I want to move that we adopt the BFI report. On item 25, there is an amendment, a friendly amendment that has been circulated, correct? Or do you want to, I'll ask the city attorney to read the amendment?
Sure. So for item 25, it's been circulated as 25A, and it provides that the item be amended to direct that the waste hauler franchises audit reports are in the individual franchises and not only the aggregate of all the franchises, presented by you, Councilman Blumenfield, and seconded by Councilwoman Yaroslavsky.
Don't make fun of him, Oscar, because then you're gonna do, it's gonna
And
happen
then
to you, bro.
on item 28, I just want to send that item urgent forthwith once we get to it.
Thank
Yes,
you, Mr.
Roy, they did.
Blumenfield. There needs to be a second for Ms.
Well, remember this: they pay attention to each other. Okay, when they're talking, they pay attention, but when the public is talking, they don't pay attention because they don't need to, they don't have to. They already got what they wanted, which was your vote.
Councilmember Harris Dawson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have an amendment for item number
They don't
24.
need your vote anymore.
Yes.
They need his
So,
vote and her
it's
vote.
probably gonna be stamped
They don't
24G,
need your vote
I
anymore.
believe.
Your vote
It's
don't
being
count no more.
circulated.
They
So
are
it
where they
provides
need to
that
be.
The item be
In the
amended
seat.
to include in the Budget, Finance, and Innovation Committee report to strike out the words to May 1, 2023.
We're not voting on
and
none of this.
replace
They
that
are.
with before the end of this fiscal year. So again, that is modifying recommendation A. in the Budget and Finance
1-800-7
report to
bikes for
strike out
kids.
The last few words, which are to May 1, 2023.
Yeah,
and
he's
replace
out
those
back
with the
smoking
words
a joint,
before the
man,
end of
having
this
some
fiscal
coffee
year.
and a J.
Presented by you, Councilman, and I believe seconded by Councilman Soto Martinez.
Thank you.
He'll be in here.
Any
At the
other
end,
specials?
you'll see him in here.
Members. All right.
They just
I don't
can't have
see
him in here
any
because when they have him in here,
further
it causes too much
requests for
disruption.
Special,
So that's why he just
consideration. So, Madam
comes
Clerk,
in
is
at
there
the end of
anything among
most
those
of it.
items on the agenda that we can vote on now?
All right, wise guy.
At this time, not yet. After public comment, there will be items, sir.
Very good. Then we'll go ahead and begin public comment for the special meeting, starting with Mr. G and Stacy S.B.
I love you, thanks.
Hi, Mr. Grabner. Which items had you signed up for in the special?
Stay on there. I'll just do 24.
Sorry, what?
24.
24. You have a minute. Please begin.
All right. So 24 is giving more money for overtime for the LAPD to go harass some unhoused neighbors who are at shelters and such. Vote no on this.
Hold on, let me turn
We
it.
don't need more money going to the LAPD. We need to actually invest that funds in sufficient and adequate shelter, housing, and services for our unhoused neighbors. So vote no on that.
Okay, they'll do that.
I think it's really shameful that you can't hear from everyone. You meet for 3 hours a day. Come on. Not even. I mean, but, you know, Stop removing people. Get the killer cop out of here. We're having to come in fear every day because there's a literal murderer in this chamber. So yeah, justice for Mark Miles. Get rid of KDL.
Thank you.
There's literally a murderer in these chambers.
Thank you. I'd also like to call on Candido and Sean, please.
Is Mr. Sachs? I know he's there. I want to hear from him. We didn't hear from Mr. Sachs. We heard Mr. Harlan. Dude, we already talked to this guy already.
Mr. Morales, which
Where's
items
Mr.
on the
Sachs?
special agenda? have
Oh,
you
the
signed
next
up for?
guy's the crazy guy that ran out.
Please begin.
Thank you. This is about the Reentry Partnership Program for Juveniles. I want to share a story with you. Maybe many of you would remember this. Paso Robles, there used to be a juvenile detention there. They had over 300 kids. Out of those 300 kids, almost 90 for, I think it was 90% of those
Swallow
kids
your
were
spit.
so badly treated, and when they were released, they were just released. There was a big scandal about it, and those kids ended up in prisons. Most of them are in prison now.
Awesome.
This money that is used at the juvenile level saves kids. One of the greatest
Apparently.
things that I'm honored about the 12th district was Mr. Burnson and Mr. Greg Smith. Everybody thought they didn't care about, but they did more for the juveniles and the programs, all the different programs. This is where we really need to invest our money in our juveniles so we can make sure they re-enter society. They just can't go back to their families because the problems usually start there. So please, pass this with all your heart and soul. This saves lives.
All my heart and soul.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. These people are
And
soulless.
Mr. Murphy.
Oh, man, he's
Sean.
awesome. Look at this he's already holding his hands up. Like, he's already holding his hands up. Get ready, guys. He's going to be awesome. I just know.
Hi,
Let's
Sean.
go.
Which
Come
items
on.
had you
Come
signed
on,
up
Sean.
for?
Item 27.
Bring the
I
band.
want to apologize to my pastor, Father Steve, for using a GD word. I mean, yeah. I'll just speak on 27, and I'll tell you the reason why I said those words. Item 27, I support this item. We need to save kids
Repent.
and give kids programs after school.
GD.
I mean, we need to do something.
D.
The reason I said that word on Tuesday or whenever I came, I'm fed up with it. I want to apologize to my pastor, Father Steve. If he heard, I'm sorry. We need to do something about the homeless. We can't. We seems like we can't go anywhere without being harassed. I heard the 3rd Street Promenade is not safe. We need to do something about this. And I hope you guys accept my apologies for the GD I said. Shouldn't have said that.
We do.
And I'll
Thank
go
you,
to
Sean.
confession.
Thanks, Sean.
Man, that dude's like the Rain Man and shit.
Thank you very much, Sean. That's all the speakers
Hope my
that I have.
pastor can forgive me. Where's Mr.
Sorry,
Sachs?
sir, did you sign up for the special? Excuse me, Candido. Did you sign up for the special agenda,
Where's
sir?
Sack?
If you
Mr. Sachs.
wish to speak to the special agenda
Please.
items, come on forward.
Where's Mr. Sachs? It's not fair. I don't even see him in the chamber right now.
So, Speaker, for items 24
the
through
sweet
28,
fedora
what
and
have
everything.
you signed up for?
Good morning, council members.
Oh, can you pull the mic down a little bit, too? So, yeah.
Good morning, council members. I sign up for item 27.
Please go ahead.
Good morning, council members. I am here today
what just happened right
wearing
there?
a very special hat.
What just happened?
This hat has served the St. Elizabeth Pantry, and I volunteered at the Valley Food Bank for over 12 years, where we serve the community of Van Nuys, especially juveniles who are reentering society with their families. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Krikorian. Why is it that the Valley Food Bank is refusing to serve the community of Van Nuys and the juveniles? Mr. Krikorian, I admire you for fighting for the people of Armenia. Why aren't you fighting for the people of Van Nuys and the juveniles? St. Elizabeth serves in your district. We reached out to your office, and you never got back with us. We can do so much good in our own communities. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Why not just wear the hat coming in? I guess he felt foolish, maybe wearing a suit with
All
that
right,
kind of
let's
with a
go
ball cap.
next to callers who wish to speak on the
callers.
special agenda
Let's get this going.
First caller, what items would you like to speak on?
That's right, Oscar.
All items in general public comment for the Armenian.
Okay, so there's no general public comment during the special. It's items 24 through 28, so we're going to set the clock for 3 minutes. Please stay on topic. Please begin.
Sorry, Mr. Puppet. Mr. Bubble's right. Very well. Number 24, yes, I support the Soto Martinez Amendment. I'm reading it right now. And I hope the city attorney reads it. It's very, very good. And it should be sent to the FBI. Well done, Hugo. Number 25, Bob Bleeman Bleel talking about trash. He's perfectly qualified. He is trash. But where is the Public Works chairman? How come he's not talking about this trash item? Bob's not the chair of Public Works anymore. No, that honor went to Staffer B. John Lee, who, by the way, gives you all of your time to talk. He chaired a good Brown meeting. Let's give him a hand yesterday.
So let's look at the items.
Very good. Wednesday, yeah. Number 26. I do not have any notes on this item. So I will deem it to be fucked. And then we get to the other item, on homelessness. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring my homeless friend Billy from the Valley.
Oh, thank you, everybody. I don't like the police.
So, Mr. Spindler, we're not listening to a second person during your public comment. Mr. Spindler, can you please get back on the phone?
He's kind of Yoda-ish.
Learning young. He won't let you talk. I'm sorry, William. Very well, then I will talk. Write down what you want to say here.
So, last warning, let's stick with the items.
Hold on. He says he doesn't like the police. He doesn't want more police overtime. I would like to retort to that, if I may. I think we need a lot more cops. And you want to read the CD11 on Miss Parks' amendments. And she says the following. Tracy Parks says, get all these homeless off of our goddamn fucking street because we got to get business and we have to prepare for the Olympics. I can't say it basically better than that. And, of course, thank you to Kevin De Leon as the truly homeless person on the council. He has no place to live, and he continues to be paid. The perfect homeless man. Yes, it's all dear and near to our hearts, isn't it? What about 28? 28 will be fucked as well. Yes, that's right. So remember, if you want to cure homelessness, talk to Goat Puppet.
Thank you, Mr.
If you want to clear trash, talk to Goat Puppet.
Thank you.
All right, next caller, please.
Shout out to the goat boy. Yeah,
Next
doing
caller.
his thing.
What items would you like to speak on?
Get it, goat boy.
Available items and general comment.
So there is no general public comment, but you can speak on...
yeah. Sorry about that. My mistake.
That's all right. So you can speak on items 24 through 28. Please stay on topic, and you have 3 minutes. Please begin.
Okay. Good morning, public. The LA City Council is a criminally insane institution of organized crime.
I agree.
Let's see. Number 24, $4 million for LAPD overtime. I vote no on that. More insanity, just like the insanity of petty pink-faced dictator Paul Krikorian's $30,000 for LAPD for his private goon squad, LAPD for firecrackers. Complete stupidity from this dictator guy. $4 million more for the LAPD. This is how they feed them, public, a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. They just keep feeding the insanity because they are married to them. Where are the coon, Tom, Sambo, Negroes? And where are the poverty pimp, illiterate preachers that Heather Hutt called in, the same pimps that were here for Ridley Thomas' paycheck? Where are they on this item, on LAPD? Where are they? They come in just for the coon Toms on the council, and then they disappear. Get the pattern, public. That's what they're there for. Pathetic.
Sheesh.
The black community has no representation. Where are the coon toms on this $4 million for LAPD? I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to vote for it to keep the gravy train going of corruption, of LAPD, of incarceration. 20% of the city council and 50% of the homeless and 50% of the incarcerated. Number 27, juvenile justice. Where are they? Where are the coon tom Negroes on this council talking about the crime prevention and the incarceration of the black youth? Where do you hear that? You don't. You don't hear them say anything. The black community has no representation by Price, corrupt, sleazy Marquise Dawson, Heather Hutt, appointed by petty pink-faced dictator Paul Krikorian instead of a special election. I think I've said enough today.
Okay.
Thank you. Next caller, please.
Yeah, no, he's a black guy, that guy.
Next caller.
He's been in the chambers
What items
before.
would you like to speak on?
He's been in there before. He didn't like when they were evicting everybody underneath the
Eric
underpasses,
Previn,
the homeless.
And I'll speak on the special meeting items.
That's Eric Previn.
Okay, yeah, 3 minutes for items 24 through 28. Please begin.
Okay, I noticed that 24 has to do with those homeless sites,
They
the
call them
bridge
Marquise.
homes, and the distribution of sworn overtime.
Name's Marquise, of course.
And we've landed on the idea that the discretion of individual council offices, who will notify LAPD by just last week. Anyway, the problem with this has been what Raman was talking about, that we really want a coordinated response across the city. We don't want to just, bulk up on certain spaces.
What's up,
It's
Guerrero?
problematic, as we've seen with 2118 all over the 4118 all over the place. And I just know we're trying, and I enjoyed the Star
True,
report
Tony.
this morning.
Jim was right.
Interesting to hear how they're working things there, but it's imperfect world, as we know. They sound like social workers being dispatched and happy to take the money, and the not-for-profits in the community are delighted to take the money, obviously. And hopefully we can make an
Non-for-profit,
impact.
love that
That's,
money.
we're going to have to see.
Oh, wait, it's non-profit.
The Recycle LA franchise, hats off to Blumenfield, and then he can put the hat down and John Lee can put the hat on, and we can realize that it's Englander's hat and Greg Smith's hat from Waste Management, which is why Blumenfield made the amendment, which is, no, don't include all the naughty transportation, trash companies. Just let's talk about each individual's performance so that Waste Management can coast through with a good ringing of the bell in CD12, whereas the others in the black and brown communities can be penalized by city council and humiliated when, in fact, the city has been negligent beyond belief. What's been happening, and that's Mayor Garcetti, may he rest over in India for a couple of weeks. 26, here you have all of the program costs are fully reimbursable by this grant, but significant delays, and this is the concern, will result in a big negative impact to the general fund. Great. So what are we doing to prevent that? Nothing. Item 27, that man came in wearing the hat that said that Krikorian is busy out of this country doing heroic work for the Armenian community, but not for the neighbors in his near St. Elizabeth. Krikorian and Caro are very diligent at not responding to residents. I've asked Caro, what's the story with committee hearings and your decision, Krikorian's decision, to block virtual testimony at committee hearings, which is one of the most insidious, disgusting things to do to the public in Los Angeles, and he's pretending he's busy now and can't discuss it.
Yeah,
It's
he's not even paying
absolute
attention. He
outrage
wasn't even in his
because
chair.
all those committee hearings are where you exempt any comments at the city council so that we can blow the whistle on this endless supply of graft, corruption, and greed. It's really appalling, and Staffer John Lee should simply resign. The mayor should not be taking $118,000 out of item 27. Get Karen back.
Thanks very much,
come
Mr. Previn. Your time's expired. Next caller, please.
I hope so,
Next
Kent.
caller. What items
I
would you
have
like
him
to
on
speak
these.
on?
They've
And
given me
this will be our final
syringes.
caller.
I gave him medicine this morning. That's why he's sleeping. He's
Hello?
sedated right now.
Hi, which items did you want to speak on?
So, I hope so.
Yes, sir. I'd like to speak on general public comment, please.
We're not taking general public comment during the special. Did you want to speak on items 24 through 28?
I'm going to say pass. I'll just call back on Tuesday. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
How long did he wait online to pass? You kidding me?
All right, that will close public comment on the special
Are you
agenda
shitting me?
items.
This motherfucker. Go back
Madam
to the
Clerk, what are we prepared to vote on at this point?
Mr. President, council may now vote on items 26 through 28, sir.
All right, those matters are now before us. Does any member wish to be heard on these matters? Seeing none, let's go ahead and open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the votes.
12 ayes.
And Mr. President, Councilmember Blumenfield previously asked that 28 go forthwith, sir.
Forthwith.
Without objection, that'll be the order. Next is item number 25. And Mr. Blumenfield, did you want to be heard on this item? Okay, so that matter is now before us. Let's go ahead and open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the vote.
Well, I gotta have him, like I said, come in at the end, because if he
12
comes in the
ayes.
morning, Donna, it'll be nobody'll be quiet. Everybody will just scream and yell, and nothing will get done, and they'll have to clear the chambers, and then they'll get rowdy.
Okay.
and then
Next item is item number 24.
their way of like brushing around or stepping around it, kind of, is
That matter is before us.
to bring him in, and he comes in at the end. I still see Mr. Sachs. He's picking his shit up, though. I think it looks like he's about to leave right there. It's right there underneath the live sign. He's got his bag in hand. And
Right, there was an amendment that was proposed by Mr. Harris-Dawson. Has that been
wanted to hear
circulated?
Mr. Sachs fucking talk. I like him. Yes. It's one of my favorites. Oh, Marqueef. That's Marqueef, everybody. It's Marquise
Okay,
Dawson.
the hard copy of it is being circulated.
You wondering who
because we speak,
Marqueef
so we'll
was,
just
who he was
hold
referring
a
to?
moment until that
He's referring to
process
Marqueef
is
there.
completed.
Yeah, Mr. Sachs is walking out of the chambers now. Fuck. Damn, he packs a whole lunch and everything, too. He's got like this big bag and shit. Like igloo cooler kind of bag. God damn. She's having a hot flash. But, yeah. With Stinks, yeah, guys, I'll just pause it because I'm not pause it, but just for a second. Yeah, yesterday when I came home, Stinks was, not feeling so good. And then he started peeing everywhere, but not pee, almost like spray, where it was just drips. And I'm telling you, he must have peed 5 times in front of me on the floor in 5 minutes, like that. So I was like, no way, I got to take him right now. So I rushed him to the emergency vet hospital over here. And, man, it was terrible because I sit there for hours to where I fell asleep in my car. She came out, knocked on the window. She said, I know you live close. I can see your address. Why don't you just go home and we'll call you back to pick him up? So, because he had x-rays and a few other things they had to do. And they had a lot of animals there. There was quite a few animals on the in front of me. So, yeah, they gave him some medicine for me to give him now orally. So they did the, he's suffering from a UTI, so they think, I don't know, maybe not. They think it might be behavioral. He thinks he might be stressed out by something. I don't know. So they gave him a different round of antibiotics. This I give him in his mouth, with like a syringe, every 12 hours. And it sedates him. It fucks him up. You can tell his eyes are fully dilated and it's kind of slow and lethargic. You know what I mean? So what it is it's pain meds. So that way if it is like that, if it is a UTI, it doesn't make him feel like, it doesn't burn, it doesn't hurt him. You understand? And hopefully the antibiotic side will clear the infection. Now, they're not sure it's that. So we did the x-rays. There was no kidney stones found. So we know it's not that, which is a good thing. And if it's a behavioral issue, either way, he'll be good, hopefully, in 5 days. So we got 5 days worth of stuff. And yeah. And I was going to tell you guys, I want to keep an eye on him. So I don't know if I really want to do a show tonight. I was thinking maybe if you guys can give me a day and we do like a Saturday night special instead of tonight, Friday, just so that way I can like watch him, play with him, so I'm not like just here for 4 or 5 hours ignoring him. Because like right now I need to play with him and interact with him and, pet him, keep him reassured and shit like that.
We heard on this?
Thank you so much, Mr. President and members.
Oh, it's Mark
I
Weave
put
time.
forward an amendment that I think has as little impact on this motion as possible. I have a strong objection to the notion that we change the terms of the agreement that was made with neighborhoods that accepted bridge housing.
Yeah, I just want to make sure he's okay. God forbid he doesn't pee or something. I got to take him to the hospital right away.
When we voted on bridge housing, we told those neighborhoods, we promised
them
this
pee this
council,
morning, which is a good
you
sign.
would get extra
He peed and
patrols.
pooped, so.
And what this motion
Good
does,
sign.
and I don't think it was done
In
in
the
a,
box.
a purposeful or
Not
malicious
anywhere
way.
outside,
What it
which
does
is
is
a
it
good
puts a
sign.
condition on it that wasn't there in the beginning, and so what we seek to do is take away that condition. If a council office doesn't want extra patrols, they're free to come forward and say that, but we shouldn't put a condition on the patrols that we promised people when the bridge housing was built and neighborhoods accepted them. And so I ask for your aye vote for that motion.
Thank you very much. Councilmember Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, guys.
The
Appreciate
one
you.
question we can't seem to get answered is that if we move the May 1st date, does this money then remain allocated to the ABH funds in the following year? Is there a way for us to then
Thanks, Terry.
just assure that
It's good
these
to see you,
funds
Terry.
don't get swept into the general fund and that we can just reallocate it to the ABH? I'd be more than comfortable to support the amendment if we could just make sure to allocate those funds to make sure that they're rededicated to the ABH.
He's dreaming right now. His whiskers are
So
moving.
you'll accept that as a friendly amendment? Very good. Thank you. Mr. Blumenfield, did you want to, if you could.
I'm just trying to understand how we can do that, because it automatically...
Thanks, Mrs. Me.
I'm okay with the idea.
Well, he was only at the hospital for like 5
don't
hours
quite
yesterday.
understand the mechanics of how it will work.
There were so many dogs. It felt bad.
But
So it was like get
intellectually,
sick
that
day
we
for
can do that, and we
animals.
want to put that forward as a way to do it. I'm okay with it. Because as I understand it...
And really quickly, I have to say something. Never, and I mean ever, take your animal to a V as in Victor, C as in Chris, A as in Adam hospital. Do not ever do it. Okay? Because I went the first time, they overcharged me the last time when I had to go, right? And I said, whatever, anything for stinks. So I was in a rush. He was really looking bad, so I rushed him to VCA hospital, okay, the close one in my house. So they start looking at him. She tells me it's going to be about $800 to $1,000. And I said, okay, well, just write up the estimate. So when the estimate comes, the estimate is $2,700. And I said, $2,700? You said it would be $800 to $1,000, not $2,700. Are you kidding me? She says, well, sometimes we incur different costs, this, that, and the other. We need to do this culture and that culture and this, that, and the other. I was like, really? I was like, no. Just do me a favor. Can you put him in his holder and I will pay for it? And as I do that and say that, I'm looking for another one. So I find one, no joke, 4 minutes away from them. 4 minutes. Okay? I go in there. They do everything they did. They did x-rays. They did a urine analysis. They gave him initial medication. They gave me 5 days of medication to come home with and some food samples of wet food for him. And it was all $313.
Harris Dawson said,
$313.
We made promises to people, and we can just reallocate
Disgusting.
this. We can just, as budget chair, I'm sure.
Yeah, Mars
during the budget
Chocolate
process,
Company
we
should be
can,
a fucking
just
shame
try
to
make sure
themselves,
that this gets
Darian.
reallocated back into whatever unspent funds.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
I mean, there's going to be money going back.
Straight would have got me for $2,400 because
Sorry,
they're paying.
guys. We have to.
It's your animal, man. You want you want them to live. You don't know what the fuck they're going through, so they just jack you, and that's it. Pet insurance. Come on, man. Pet insurance is almost just as much when you go down the line with it. It's $313. That's it. And I'm talking about a hospital that's huge. It's big. I'm telling you, there must have been 5 people in front of me in line. With dogs, cats.
And now we're saying
everything.
go back to ABH funds, but I voted no on this in public safety.
And
because
now-
I think
and
it's
this is a
too limiting.
24-hour
Will we have the
hospital,
ability
just
to
like
put it
they
in
are.
Other sort of
So now I know.
things such as outreach or MDT.
Yeah, they take
teams
advantage
or,
of the time. It's
maybe
exactly
hotel
it,
vouchers
Catherine.
if it does go to the ABH fund.
You know, and of course I want them to live, you know? I mean, you know, it's a
I
sad
don't know
deal.
if we should answer that, but
They
I would
do
like
that to
clarity on
people. Oh, but you can have some coffee while you wait. Yeah. How do you pay for that
So
coffee machine?
the-
That nice
what
one.
we're discussing is putting the money back into ABH, right? Does that mean
I
ABH
pay for the
is just
coffee
for
machine.
overtime for
And
police officers?
just to let you know, the 16 minutes that I was there, that they literally just looked at him, didn't do anything to him, they charged me $260. VCA did. So I almost paid
Mr.
as much
Blumenfield.
for them to
Try to
just
answer that.
look at
We can
Stinks
get staff to
as
speak
the
to it, but
as
as I
the ones who
understand it,
treated
this is
him
police
for
overtime
5
money.
hours
We can't just
in their hospital.
reallocate it on the fly to other purposes.
Insane,
It's in
right?
the
Fucked
overtime
up.
account. So, you know, we make those decisions in the budget year, how much we spend in what departments, what accounts. On the fly, we can't really just change. Otherwise,
Yeah,
we could
fucking
change
crooks,
any. You know,
dude.
we could say money for trees. We're going to reallocate that because we,
How you
at the
doing,
last
buddy?
minute to, you know, from
You
this
doing
department
good?
to that department. It has a lot of other implications that start
Love
to
you.
spiral when you take, if you take the money out of
He's high right now.
the police department.
I can tell it in his eyes.
That they've already accounted for.
Yeah, he's sedated.
There's a
right
whole
now.
chain reaction. So that is typically what we do in the
You
budget
doing
process
good?
is decide where the big pots go, and then, you know, this process we're allocating those pots, but to
Good
yank
boy.
that now,
Daddy loves
not that
you.
it's technically impossible, but it sort of subverts the budget process.
yanking it.
Yeah,
now,
they
but
were
if-
great
if
there.
we move the date and then
Dude, he's just
enter
looking
the new
up and his
fiscal
eyes
year,
are all
sounds
fucking
like that
way
money will
big when
roll
they should be
over. We'll have
small.
the ability to discuss that. I just want to be sure that we'll be able to discuss
Oh,
using that money for
but he's
things
not in
that are not
pain.
about
He's
police
not
officers.
suffering.
When the
That's
new
good.
fiscal year comes, basically, I mean, we're saying that money rolls over, and we're expressing intent, but you can
Love
oppose
you.
that intent. The intent is to
love
put
you.
it back into
You're my best
bridge
friend.
housing. That's what Mr. Lee is asking symbolically, to put that intent. But at the end of the day, it's budget money. I mean, it's general fund money. It's going in the reserve, and then we have to make a whole blueprint of what the budget looks like of everything. So once it's in the budget process, it's not money specifically for police or bridge home or anything else. We're doing the entire $12 billion.
He is enjoying it.
Thank you.
I couldn't tell
his
you,
motion
Catherine.
is
I'd have to go look on
is
the
to
thing.
make the intent of this body to take that
Some
money
clear
and
liquid that
earmark it
comes in
essentially
syringes.
to this, even
you
though
know, and you
it
put
has
it in
no
between his,
binding impact on
like
it.
his,
Sure, I mean, I'll
in his
make-
mouth,
my
if it's
intent
on
is
his
to be
gum,
clear,
and
right?
between
Like,
his
I
gum
don't-
and cheek.
I don't think a one-size-fits-all.
'Cause it's supposed to
approach
go on his cheek.
The site is just
And
police
absorbs it
overtime.
through
I
his
think
cheek.
Each council member should have the ability to say, "I want more spot cleaning. I want more outreach. I want more MDT teams, whatever that may be." I'm happy to have that discussion as we.
I think
move
most
forward
are,
in the
yes.
fiscal year, and
Mhm.
we'll be courteous, and wherever
He wants a
wherever
belly
we
rub?
fall,
Yeah.
we'll have a vote on it. But I didn't want it to
Bob.
be this vote restrict us only to police overtime.
Yeah, as I understand, this vote won't restrict
Just
the
about
budget
to knock out
spending
again.
plan in
On
any
his
way.
back.
But
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
involved.
Councilmember McOsker.
Thank you very much. I'm compelled by the argument that we made a commitment to the community. And when folks made a decision to do ABH, we made a commitment of
Yeah, it's a
those
trip,
services. And as I see it, this is UB
Where
money,
am
but
I?
it's UB money that is in the police department.
Boy, they love
it has been proposed and adopted for this effort.
I gotta tell
And
you, the fucking little girls there absolutely loved him. I could hear them when I was sitting down on the bench talking about Chase. God, he's so handsome. Look at that guy. It was raving.
Money over.
It was raving.
I will say, finally, we're talking about a fraction of $4 million, which is budget dust. But is it too much effort to say that to preserve that intent, we create a special fund and put it into a special fund? I know that's a lot of effort for a little bit of money, and I will be for using this money for the purpose that a year ago we adopted it for, to meet our commitment to the communities that we were going to provide.
But at least he's
services.
cleaning his leg.
I'm not really comfortable with the idea that our intention is to go into budget and finance and roll it over informally, because that's going to require a separate action. So I'm back to the,
Oh,
I
boy.
am for, I'm opposed to the amendment. I'm for the original proposal in budget and finance.
Thank you. So to be clear, we have
To be
2.5
clear,
months left in the fiscal year. Some of this money will be spent, some of it won't be spent, whether or not members choose to spend it. It's just as a matter of time. What we're talking about here is a commitment that was made around the Abridge Home program. There has been significant discussion over the course of close to a year now, I guess, over how to reallocate that formula
Just
in a
wasn't
fair
feeling
way,
good, Greg.
given that many of us have invested very significantly in housing interventions
He is
and
arrogant, Z.
assistance to the unhoused community that go well beyond the Abridge Home program. In my own district, we have 2 ABH sites. We also have 3 tiny home villages. We have a navigation center in addition to our permanent supportive housing and everything else.
My
that we built.
district,
So
we've got
a program that was originally delineated to serve the Abridge Home program does not fulfill.
So basically, you're bragging about taking our tax dollars into your district first and getting everything first before the other districts, and then bragging about it to them. Like this motherfucker took his money out of his wallet and did all the shit.
To the people of Los Angeles. And that's the point of this entire discussion. I just want to make sure that folks who are watching and aren't seeing all of our motions and seeing the reports and everything understand what it is that we're talking about. So it may not be possible to put that in a special fund or something in the remaining half a quarter of the fiscal year, whatever we have left now. But I think it's clear that people, it's clear what several members have described as being their intent to preserve that funding, whatever is unspent of it, to be able to use for the very purpose that it was originally intended to be spent on. Councilmember Hernandez, followed by Mr. Blumenfield, and when they are done, I'd like to ask Mr. Lee if you could again restate your proposed friendly amendment so that we're sure that we have it interlineated properly on the written motion. Councilmember Hernandez.
Mr. Harlan's still
Council
there.
President. I just want to
echo
the comments from my colleague Soto Martinez. I know that we've made promises to our city residents, but landscapes have changed. Crises have happened since then. So I would also like to figure out if we have the flexibility at some point to figure out what these bridge home locations need in our district, because we have a couple as well. And, we've been talking with departments like the Community Investment for Families Department around how we can enrich buildings that have a lot of calls to police. What can we do to prevent some of that? And so I would like to have some flexibility on how we actually meet the needs of folks at some of these locations. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Blumenfield.
Well, one way, the underlying, what came out of committee was adding this provision that allows if the money is not being spent in areas to allow it to go to other bridge homes that do want the police overtime. So one answer would be to just to vote down the amendment and to allow it to move forward, whereby if money is not spent, that it can go to other bridge homes. That's one way to do it. And if we don't do that, if we move it to the end of the fiscal year, then that money will go into the reserve and we'll figure out how to deal with it next year or have the intent as Mr. Lee said it. So I think there's sort of 2 votes here. One is, do we change the date? And then if we do change the date, do we add Mr. Lee's motion?
Well, I'm hoping there will be one vote because there's one written motion, and Mr. Lee made an amendment that was accepted as friendly. So unless somebody wants to make a different motion,
it'd be awesome to watch. That'd be a pay-per-view, right, Pat?
There's no binding way
I'd pay for
to
that.
do this. I will pull it, and I'm going to have to vote against this.
They have to narfle the Garthok. That would be awesome. Watching a Garthok fucking tear all their heads right off.
Hold that amendment at this time.
Every year when the 3 moons align.
Does anybody else wish to be heard on this?
A Garthok appears.
All right. Then Madam
What's a
Clerk,
Garthok?
what would be the order of our
These seats
vote
are
on
much
this?
better
We would
than
take
last year's.
First, the amendment, item 24C. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That is Amendment Harris-Dawson, Soto Martinez, sir.
All right. So Mr. Harris-Dawson is asking for an aye
What's up,
vote
Silent?
on item 24C. On that item, if there's no one else wishing to be heard, let's go ahead and open the roll. Close the roll and tabulate the votes.
8 ayes, 4 noes.
All right, that amendment passes. What's the next
I hope
item?
I don't have to go that far with it, BJ.
That would be item
said there was no
24,
blockage.
which is the, I'm sorry, that would be the motion, Blumenfield Krikorian to adopt the Budget and Finance
I'm
report.
glad you did, Silent.
As amended by
to the
Harris
family.
Dawson Soto Martinez.
Very good. On that item, let's open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the votes.
And just for the ones who don't know, here is my
12 ayes.
Here's my link tree. If you want to follow me on
Right,
any
next
other
order of
channel,
business.
you know, because I'm on YouTube, I'm on Kick, I'm
Mr.
on
President,
DLive.
would council like
So
to
click the link
adjourn
tree. You can see
special
where else
and
I'm at,
return
and
to the
follow me
regular
there.
meeting, sir?
Without objection, let's do exactly that.
Shall I call the roll?
No, they took it
Please
away
call the
from
roll.
me, SP of Los Angeles.
Blumenfield, De Leon, Harris Dawson, Hernandez.
They deemed my show harmful. So they took away all monetization. So basically, actually, you'd have to click on the link tree right there. And then, you know, there's PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo on there. You can, and not to mention, I'll get 97 cents on every dollar. Before, I'd get 70 cents on the dollar or 50 cents on the dollar through Twitch. So, yeah.
So
As
I
amended.
don't think
So, yeah, they took it
reconsideration
away.
is required because it doesn't change the outcome, but we can change
That's
your
what I'm
vote.
saying, Engine. So that's
do
why
we
I've
need
been
to
really
reopen the
kind of
special
quiet
meeting,
with
or can
him
we
and
just do that?
trying to be
We'll do that
quiet
administratively.
around
So
him.
your vote will be changed to a no.
You know, and just
For clarification,
I want to watch him
Councilmember
tonight. That's, you know what I mean, because it's his
Hernandez,
first
your,
full
no
night
vote
with
was
me
for which item?
on this pain
24.
med.
Yes
So
for
I
the
want to
amendment
watch him
And no for 24.
and I want to pet him.
Okay.
Just want to hang with him, you know, instead of just ignoring him for 4.5
All right.
to 5 hours on it.
My
you know?
pleasure. Thank you.
It's not
okay,
good. It's
so
not nice.
I'm sorry. What was before us now in the now that we've returned to the regular meeting?
Mr. President,
Rumble
it appears
sucks,
that
though,
there is
Kevin.
a request to reconsider
That's
item
why they're doing it, to
23.
get people over there. Not enough people. It's so hard as a streamer.
Item 3, sir.
Every single stream, and I mean every single one, Kevin, I have to do a new stream key and URL code, and then load up a 90-second video, then fill out their little form saying news, my title, tags, I want to stream as me, check the boxes for have you read everything, are you going to participate in a proper manner kind of shit, and then push go. Then I got to go over, create a new channel, dump the old one, create a new one, put those links in, and then I can push go with Rumble. Now, any and every other site that I'm on, I just push go. One button. Ding. But Rumble is not like that. And that's why. That's why Rumble's giving 100% to get people over there. Well, what happened? Did I pause it and didn't even know? Or is that them?
And recycle
sorry about that,
RFP
guys.
providers,
I apologize.
compliance with contract objectives. Performance in item 3 on today's
I
agenda.
apologize. That was me.
To direct that the waste hauler franchise audit reports are on the individual franchises and not only on the aggregate, so on both.
Yeah, it's too much work. And Imagine Theater, it's okay when it's Friday night, all of us hanging out. I got minutes to waste. I got 3 minutes to waste before the show to get that ready. But when I'm talking, when there's a chase going on, and I want to be live for the chases on there. That means I got to wait 2-3 more minutes to get on. You could be missing a whole lot.
Go ahead and open the roll.
You know what I mean? So it
Close the roll
already
and
takes you
tabulate
so
the
much
votes.
time to get all this ready. Look at this shit. Look
12
at all
ayes.
this. I gotta get everything
Thank
ready.
you.
It's 2 computers.
Madam
All this shit has to turn on. Scanners,
Back
everything.
Council has motions for posting a referral, sir.
Without objection, posted and referred.
I mean, there's a
The
lot of
desk is
stuff.
clear.
Very good. Do we have any announcements?
Turn on 3 lights,
members?
2 cameras, 2 computers, a power source, a mixer, 3 scanners, 2 sound
No
machines.
announcements? All right. Any
Then you gotta do the
adjournments
titles.
in memory on the left.
A
If we
lot.
could all please rise
You're
for
racing to
adjournments
do it.
in memory.
While I'm trying to find the
Um,
scanner feed.
Any motions to adjourn on the
yeah,
left?
man.
I see none. Any motions to adjourn on the right?
Well, I have to change Veeple in Restream. If you change
All
the
right.
title, it'll
Going once,
change
going
Kick's
twice.
title because Kick
Enjoy
knows how to
your
do
lunch,
it.
members.
Oh, we're
Thank
done.
you very much. We are adjourned.
Oh, that's it, guys. That's it. I guess we're done for the day. Oh, John mates. That bullshit. Let me go here for just a moment. So they're done. They're already out of here. But yeah, I mean, no, I don't need anything. It just, I enjoy doing it myself. I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you. You know what I mean? I'm just showing you why it takes so long to get going, and then you got to say to yourself, if I have to do that with Rumble, it's ridiculous. I mean, I just don't get it. It makes no sense. Makes 0 sense. Let's go to. Whoop, no, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Go hang out in Key West, and yeah, man, hang out for a sec, smoke this bowl, and then I'm out of here. I'm gonna go hang out with my baby boy, make sure he's good, and that's that.
Smoke.
Yeah, Joshua, and then I gotta do fucking eBay. I gotta list, I list about 30 and 50 cards a day. That takes a few hours. It's a lot of work. It's never stopping. That's why I always say it's hard to have a girlfriend. Girlfriends require time. You know what I mean? And I just don't have that time right now. It's unfortunate. But sometimes, things ain't meant to be. That's it. Not for now. Oh, let's go here. Let's go check out this too. Let's go see the Dam at night, baby. It's Friday night in the Dam. Well, I guess what would be Saturday morning? No, it's still Friday. Still Friday night. Friday night in the Dam, baby. Getting that damn bait. Draco, I believe I'm not. I think I'm just gonna watch Stinks for today, and then I'm gonna do a Saturday night special tomorrow at 8:00. What's my eBay? Spending bunches of money on cards. Here we go. If you look at this, click on that link tree I just put in their chat. It says link tree SNS fam. Click on that, and I believe it's all the way at the bottom. Just zoom all the way to the bottom link, and you'll see it says eBay. eBay LA Sports Cards is what it should say for you. Click on that, and there's all my cards. And just to let you know, if you pay by 4:00 today, it goes out today. There's my baby boy. How you feeling? How you doing? You feeling okay? I know you're a little different feeling right now. You're such a good boy. Teddy loves you. Yeah. Best friend. You're my son. You feeling good? Yeah, you are. Dad loves you. Papa loves you. You've been such a good boy, and I think, what's funny? I'm gonna tell you, I think he likes the car now. But first time he didn't know what it was. He was quite whiny. I had to go to my mom's house, and he was quite whiny with it, And she doesn't live too far, from me. But man, I took him to that place, and it's, like 14 minutes from my house, and I'm telling you, not a peep. Going. Before he had the meds, when he came home, he definitely wasn't meowing. He was, because he was faded. He was a little high. You know what I mean? Like he is right now. Right now, he's feeling good, and that's all I want. You know what I mean? Just want him to feel good, no pain, so he's not licking and all that other good stuff, Stinks is just a little over 3, Vector. Just turned 3. So yeah, I just feel it's more safe because this is pain medication on top of an antibiotic. So, you got to watch them. It's like a kid, you know what I mean? God forbid he stops breathing or something. And I got to actually watch his pee. That was really important. They're like, you got to make sure he's peeing. If he's not peeing, you got to bring him in right away. So I'm on pee patrol. And the good thing is he peed and pooped, like I said this morning, in the box. Nothing outside the box, which is really good. I feel like he's calming, himself. And that's really what it does. I think that's what it is. It's a sedative to calm them on top of the antibiotic, So, Well, I mean, I think anybody, Greg, would do that for their animal. There was a ton of people there. I felt so bad. There was some lady, she's got to be in her mid to late 80s, walked up by herself and was sobbing and had her little puppy there. And well, not a puppy. It looked like one of those little long-haired kind of, gosh, I don't know the breed, but real small but really long hair, big ears, and not a French bulldog, but anyways, and she was sad, handed the dog, they were talking to her, and then they brought her in, and then next thing you know, she's crying, coming out, and she was saying, I could hear them, she was saying, please, it's all I have, and you know what I mean? It's a sad deal, we really get attached to our animals, especially when you're older. And I hope the puppy did well. I keep calling it a puppy. It's not. It's definitely a dog that's 10 years old. That's small, and it could be on its last leg. That poor puppy. Yeah, like a Yorkie, something like that, with a real long hair though, like real long. It was crazy. Yeah, man, it is traumatic. I mean, it's not a good thing. It's not a fun thing. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. It helps out. It really does. And like I said, guys, I'll make it up to you. We'll do a Saturday night special. It's just a whole lot, having to deal with my mom and having to deal with him and having to deal with eBay stuff. And it's just, I feel overwhelmed, and I haven't even done the show yet. So it just think it'd be best for everybody. So we won't miss out. We'll just miss out on Friday. So just pray and hope that there's no chase. that if we do get a police chase, it'll be tomorrow and not today. Oh, what is that thing? Hold on. What is that thing coming up? Watch. Look. What is this thing right here? I want a fucking ride. Look at that. Look at that. Bro, we need to rent that out for Smoke and Scan and just get lit. Oh, man, that thing would be so fucking fun, dude. Could you imagine? Like 30 of us on a goddamn trolley party train. It would be so much fun. Just imagine like everybody had a joint. We're all smoking, like 50 of us each of us had a joint. Could you imagine the wafting smoke and smell? And the party atmosphere would be boom, 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 jiggle, 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 boom. It'd be fun, man. It'd be fun, man. Then next stop is here. Next stop is here. Bree, thank you so much. Then we'll all meet up in Amsterdam in the dam and go have fun, have pancakes and weed and cheese, good coffee. I'm telling you, I think that's the one thing I don't think people talk about when it comes to Amsterdam, like all the good food. Like it's really a lot of good stuff there, a lot of good shit. Sounds like a plan, right? Oh, and then we get on the smoke boat, pack it in on the smoke boat, roll around the canals while they're just taking us, listening to Bob Marley, smoking fat joints, doing dabs for the ones who like the truffles. Get you some magic truffles. Since they don't sell the shrooms there anymore. Get you some truffles. And, yeah, man, have a good time on the water. Shit's great, I'm telling you. It's actually a thing that's doable. The only thing that for me is it sucks. It's like I think it's like a 9-10 hour flight. I think so. I think it's 10 hours. For the East Coasters, it's fucking quick. You guys will be there in 5 hours, I think. 6 max. I think you're there in Amsterdam. Am I on a bridge? No, this is Amsterdam. This is live in Amsterdam, in Holland, in the Netherlands. Nothing's changed. The bike rack is packed. Everybody's out and about on a beautiful Friday night. You know what I mean? So it's 8:46. It's 8:46 right now. There, p.m. So it's just starting to get popping, son. Got the bike delivery dude looking like a ninja. That fucking guy. That's what's funny. You see DHL on bikes like that over there. It's crazy. Like a big old box says DHL on the back of the box on the bike. Not a scooter, a bike. So, yeah. Because DHL is pretty big out there. You don't see too much, like UPS and all that shit out there too much. DHL is a lot of it. The Uber Ninjas, right. All right, guys, I'm out of here, man. I appreciate you for joining me. Sorry I was late, but I promise you, I was watching it on the way home. We didn't miss shit. Like, I think we missed one of the very first comments, and that was that. You know what I mean? But I appreciate all the well wishes, the love. Please enjoy your Friday. Be safe. Go out and check out LAOC TV or AXN News or NLM Entertainment or First Responders Media or White T-Shirt Media or Dad's Gone Live. All those great shows will be on live tonight. I'm sure of it. So you have plenty to choose from tonight. And then hopefully you'll come hang out with me tomorrow, man, for our Saturday night special. So enjoy your Friday, okay? And be safe out there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Bye, y'all.